According to Tom Curran, who is a reporter who's covered the Patriots forever, Bill Belichick is not happy with his portrayal in this documentary. So in the interviews that I've seen through 4 episodes, Bill comes across as sort of defensive and grumpy. That's on Bellichick. But you can even watch his body language in this thing. He doesn't want anybody. I don't even know why he's doing it.
I don't know if you knew this, but a lot of snakes live in the desert. But allegedly some snakes live in massage parlors in South Florida. Because my takeaway from the first 4 episodes of the Dynasty is Robert Kraft is absolutely willing to throw Bill Belichick under the bus and make Bellichick look like completely the bad guy. I mean, I feel like by the end of the 10-episode docuseries, dudes will be arguing that Jeff Fisher is a better coach than Bill Belichick. I mean, I can already see the first takes saying, who would have done better with Brady? Mr. 7-9 or Bill Belichick? You know, revisionist history is one heck of a drug, and it is definitely not skewing in Bill Belichick's favor, especially if Robert Kraft has anything to do with it. I mean, one of the first things that I sort of noticed is that Kraft is willing to take the we approach for the good things. For choosing Brady over Bledsoe, it's we knew the risks. We were in this together. We knew that this would define football in New England for the next 20 years or whatever. He's willing to do that because obviously it worked. But when Spygate drops, Kraft is calling Bellichick a schmuck and saying that he had no idea what was going on. So you're telling me that the collaborative owner had no idea that his head coach for the greater part of 6 or 7 years was in some degree filming opponents' signals? I mean, I personally find that absolutely hard to believe. I mean, almost impossible. Like, if other teams allegedly knew, how is the owner of the team not going to know? I mean, that's just downright stupid. It just bothers me. I mean, at this point, the Dynasty is merely some puff piece for the Patriots, like that alliteration, just because the team sucks so bad now. I think growing up for me is finally realizing that Robert Kraft is not a good owner, but merely benefited from the geniuses of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Because when you look at Kraft's tenure before Bellichick, it was some toxic dynamic with Bill Parcells, and then a few years with Pete Carroll where they were basically a 500 team. Then after Tom left, the team has become a laughing stock in the NFL. So Kraft happened to walk in to the greatest quarterback and the greatest coach ever. So obviously the Patriot way and how Robert Kraft runs his businesses looks pretty good, but I don't think it had much to do with Robert Kraft at all. I think he's the most overrated owner in sports. He also acts like he had nothing to do with Tom Brady leaving. Like he was completely in the dark of him and Belichick's decisions. Kraft said, my son, my second son, or however many sons he has, you go on your way, get away from the devil, Bill Belichick. But the truth is that Kraft chose Bill. Kraft thought that Tom was getting old too. And when it came to an ultimatum of only choosing one, Kraft chose the coach. And now he's not willing to admit that because it looks like one of the all-time blunders. Because the quarterback immediately won a Super Bowl and the coach create a team where they're now picking 3rd overall in the draft. So Kraft is desperately trying to revise what happened and that he did everything he could and he just wanted what's best for Tommy. I mean, it's annoying. It's insulting because the bottom line is Kraft just admit it. You thought Brady was on the decline and you made a mistake and you can own it, or you can throw it entirely on Bellichick, which I'm willing to bet is how that departure will be portrayed in like episode 8 or 9 of the Dynasty, whatever that is. Because Kraft wants to make himself look like the good guy in every single scenario. The wins, it's we. But the losses, it's you. The other thing with Kraft as an owner is he's cheap. The team's constantly towards the end in real cash spending every year. It helped having Brady as your quarterback to sort of, hide that fact. But Kraft is a cheap owner and somebody that also cares a lot more about creating lighthouses and giant scoreboards than signing WR1 such as DeAndre Hopkins. He's focused on the Patriot experience, that people from out of town can go up in a lighthouse, rather than creating a good team. Because all the failures, that's Bill Belichick's fault, not Kraft's. Kraft's just the good owner that does everything right and loves his fans, and Bellichick, he's who you should be mad at about the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm just sick of it. Because Bellichick is a GOAT as much as Brady is. And we can't be having this narrative spun that Bill caused all of the issues, because it's just not true. It was everybody.